Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. The Washington Post video urges white people to get together specifically around race. Now, the Washington Post has had a bad case of Tobias Funk syndrome, proving unable to keep his foot out of its mouth. In a video promoting critical race theory entitled "What is White Racial Identity and Why is it Important?", Resma Menakem, one of the experts assembled by the Post, asserts that white people got to start getting together specifically around race. Obviously, Menakem wasn't calling for white solidarity, but he may have inadvertently identified one of the unintended consequences of promoting divisive concepts like the one he champions. When he's not making videos encouraging the Washington Post well-heeled readers to embrace racial essentialism, Menakem offers courses through its personal website for the low price of $117. You too can learn about somatic abolitionism, through a 5-day online workshop. What is somatic abolitionism? Abolitionism, tongue-tied. Glad you asked. According to Menakem's website, somatic abolitionism is a living, embodied anti-racism practice and culture building that requires endurance, agility, resource cultivation, stamina, and discernment. After taking the course, you can peruse Menakem's gift shop and maybe even treat yourself to a $50 Black People You Are Not Defective sweatshirt. The video is an instant classic of a post genre that includes such titles as "Why Non-Black People of Color Can Face Racism and Be Racist at the Same Time." And anti-racism, you may be doing it wrong. Here's why. Is Ron the new Don? Over the last 18 months or so, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has emerged as the frontrunner to become the GOP's 2024 nominee for president, benefiting from high approval ratings across the board pre-pandemic, as well as from his state's economic performance and health outcomes during it. DeSantis has the ability to unite a fractured Republican Party, with Donald Trump slowly but surely becoming less relevant. DeSantis topped Trump in a straw poll conducted at the Western Conservative Summit last week. The new guy is increasingly the focus of the media's attention and vitriol. Moreover, while DeSantis is imperfect like any other politician and can be prickly with the press, no doubt part of his appeal with the GOP base, he provides nowhere near the basis for what vitriol that Trump did, lending him even more credibility with Republicans and media skeptical independents. In a year full of examples of this phenomenon, this weekend provided the best and one of the most deplorable yet. On Saturday, a pickup truck rammed into a group marching in an LGBT pride parade outside of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. One person was killed and several more were injured. The truck also narrowly missed a vehicle carrying Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Instead of recognizing it as a tragedy and waiting for the facts to emerge, many in the press jumped at the opportunity to tie it to DeSantis. Fort Lauderdale Mayor Dean Trentalis announced in the immediate aftermath that this is a terrorist attack against the LGBT community. This is exactly what it is. Hardly an accident. It was deliberate. It was premeditated. Shortly thereafter, it was revealed that it indeed was not hardly an accident. It was an accident. The driver who lost control of the vehicle not only had no anti-LGBT agenda, but was a member of the local Gay Men's Chorus chapter planning on participating in the event. Reporters took Trentalis' speculation and turned it into an indictment of DeSantis. The publisher of FloridaPolitics.com, Peter Shorts, tweeted that maybe, just effing maybe, we should not have a government that sanctions laws driving into crowds and discriminating against LGBT community. He later deleted it before doubling down. I do apologize for being so weak-kneed in the first place and deleting the tweet. It's sad that a law was passed that inspires the kind of fear it does, that Floridians do jump to the conclusions they did on Saturday, even if it turns out they were wrong. It's unclear what Sunshine State laws allow for barreling into lawfully assembled crowds with murderous intent or would encourage a hypothetical attack like the one many imagine. But DeSantis has signed legislation meant to ensure that only biological women participate in women's sports and providing civil immunity for people who drive through riots, not a peaceful gathering like the one on Saturday. Short's view, nevertheless, became the dominant one online, where the hashtag DeathSantis trended. Two hit by truck, one killed at hashtag Pride Parade, and Wilton Manors narrowly missing at DWS tweets. Domestic terrorism made legal by bigot, hashtag Kim Jong Un, hashtag Death Santis. Charlottesville Part 2, hashtag Remove Ron, hashtag Florida, hashtag Florida. Um, Rather than apologizing for an inspiring and online frenzy based on false information, Trentalis issued a statement Sunday excusing his smear based on the terror he felt after witnessing the accident. My statement following yesterday's events in Wilton Manors is below. I want to thank our first responders. Their efforts as police and medical personnel immediately attended to the scene. Okay. The New York Times' Maggie Haberman, meanwhile, took issue not with the misleading coverage. She herself retweeted those declaring the accident a terrorist attack, but with the Fox News article about the coverage, blasting them for publishing such garbage, especially when it comes to the media. DeSantis, it seems, has the same ability Trump was blessed with to bring out the worst in the fourth estate. Courtroom confusion. In a 7-2 decision reached last Thursday, the Supreme Court once again declined to strike down the Affordable Care Act. The majority opinion in California. Whoa. Okay. Well, I'm going into another story, I believe. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I was going into another story. Now, basically, they're trying to say white people need to get their stuff together and that the LGBT community is continuously being hated. Look, I don't have a problem with you if you are um, gay or homosexual or whatever you call it. Whatever you feel, whatever you feel you want to call it. To me, it's like this. White people, I don't give a damn if you're racist. I don't care if you're prejudiced. I don't care if you don't like black people or you don't want us around. All we want is our damn respect. All we want is the laws. All we want is the laws that you guys claim that is fair to be fair to us. Try us like you try your fellow whites. Even. Fair. You guys don't do that. You guys are always trying to play the victim of, oh, you're being racist towards me. Like Mr. H review, he said something like black people can be racist or it's racist. I'm like, Mr. H, shut the hell up. How are black people racist? Black people are just mad. We're upset because we get treated like shit. Now, do white people get treated like shit? Yeah, but you guys aren't at the bottom of the barrel. You guys will get treated like shit, but because of your skin complexion, you still will have a chance to make it in any company or any trade you guys put your mind to. Blacks, no, we have it harder. We have to work extra harder. We have to work 100 times harder. We have to work 300, 400, 500 times harder. There's teachers out there who are basically great teachers. But because they can't pass the test, they get dinged for that. There's some whites who are great teachers, but they can't pass the test. They get dinged for that. But the problem is that we once said America is great. America is this. America has never been great for us. So for you to say white people, we have to get our shit together in the article, yes, you guys have to get your shit together. And what I mean by your shit is that you guys have to start having empathy. You guys have no empathy for blacks, Hispanics, or any race unless it deals with you. Now, I'm not saying all white people, all right? I have to calm down with saying white because I have some white friends who are very loyal and who would go out their way to make sure I'm good. So, but the majority of the whites that I have encountered have been bigots, have been racist, have been assholes, have been willing to make you seem like you are worth less than the shoes or clothes you wear. Okay? Now, basically, this thing they're doing, they're basically trying to make white people understand that you can be racist, but you also can have racism pointed to you. And to me, that's a bunch of crap. White people, I do not like the white people who are very systematically racist. I like the blatant white people, the rednecks from the country, because they'll let you know that you a nigga. That's just facts. They'll call you that. Now, if you call them cracker, you're going to be seen as you're racist or hateful. No, you guys are crackers. The majority of you guys are crackers, and you guys continuously try to hide behind wearing a suit, or you hide behind marrying a black man or a black or a black woman. You guys do that, and then you still treat them like crap. Now, let's talk about the Gary Owens thing with his wife. Your wife was the reason you were accepted in a lot of circles. And for you to treat her the way that you have done is very disrespectful because from my research, you're a scumbag. And this is just an example. Now, my brother, King Grand, shout out to him, he's married to a white woman, and she's a white woman who loves King Grand for who he is. She doesn't care he's black. He don't care she's white. That's true love. If you love somebody that's the opposite color or opposite race, there's some blacks with Hispanics. If it's genuine, cool. If you're describing your wife, King Grand says in all of his posts, my wife and I, my wife and I. You understand that? Now let's go to a celebrity and let's see the difference. Sage Steele basically says, I'm proud of my white husband for accepting me. I'm proud of my white mother being able to deal with being with my black father. Do you see the do you see the generalized statements that are made? That is what's being taught. That is what's being taught. Then we have blacks thinking you're a coon because you don't agree with other blacks. There are some blacks who I have said are very ignorant, and and if they're in jail or whatever happens to them, they deserve to be there because they put themselves there. But not the majority of all blacks are stupid or dumb or idiots or crazy. Now, whites will say, well, you just said the majority, but why do you say the opposite with us? Because it's only some of you motherfuckers that I've met that actually treat me like a man instead of my skin tone. The majority I've met like you, and then there's some Hispanics too that I've met that are racist, have judged me because of my hair, because of how I walk, because of how I talk. So, again, white people, stop trying to take everything and make it yours, and stop trying to be the victim when you are the oppressors. You're the oppressors. This is your world. This is your land. You've taken it from us. And because we decide to fight back and want it back, you guys have a problem. Now, I keep praising y'all. I'm not an activist. I'm not no fucking leader. Do not follow me. If you subscribe to me, I appreciate every one of you guys, because you guys are the reason this page grows. It's not me. Like I tell everybody on my StreamYards, it's because of you my page is where it's at. It's not because of me. I put in the hard work and stuff, but I would not be here if people don't listen or even give me respect to listen or even give the time out of their day to listen. I don't respect content creators who say you guys aren't important, who say I don't need you. It's not that. If you decide you don't want to listen, that's fine. Because I could tell who supports the page and who don't. And let me tell you this to the guy, because he don't listen to my stuff no more. He basically said your whack ass podcast. Okay, you call my podcast whack. Why? Because I don't agree that LeBron is great. He's not. I've told you this. I proved it on every video. I've debunked all of you guys' case, but y'all don't want to go to the videos. And then you don't comment. You don't come on the StreamYard and support. What's going on? You didn't give me no shout outs. You didn't shout out the page. You didn't give me no love to everybody. And we went to college together. You were on the basketball team. I'm on the football team. I thought you was my dog, but you're not. You showed your true colors. That you would jump on a dude that you don't even know. You never criticize him. You always give him a pass. But if I give somebody a pass, you're ready to attack that person. See, that's what we have to do. Stop being a double standard ass nigga and be an objective nigga. And people are saying, you shouldn't use the N-word. Fuck you and whoever said that. I can say the N-word anytime I want. Okay? Like Pac said, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. That's why I use nigga. Because I'm a nigga who's never ignorant. I get my goals accomplished. A thug is what I live by. True hero under God. Just like my cousin Duran quoted, I'm a thug, true hero under God, and that's what I am. But white people, if you want to do something to be not racist, make the wage gap even. Let's all be on even playing field, but you're not going to do that because you know why? You guys don't want to feel like you're under us. Because if you feel like you're under us, you can't accept it. But it's funny to me, you praise black sculptures and black people's history behind closed doors, but in person you want to put your foot to our neck. But that's another story for another time. Thank you for listening. We are out. Deezy.